In this video, I'm challenging myself to create a realistic visualization using just Photoshop. And this video has been made by the request of SZL7233, and I gotta say that was quite a challenge. And if you have any other requests, let me know in the comments. Hi, this is Per, and welcome to my channel. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to address the issues and correct every little mistakes in the original rendering, which is AI generated, by the way. And well, because of that, I don't have access to render elements, so I have to fully rely on my own skills. For this process, I'm using cutout PNGs of the selections I've already made. And if you want to know how I did this part, please watch this video in the top right corner of the screen. And these are the materials I'm using for this editing. I'm starting from the background. It means all the stuff happening behind the building. First, I'm using the cutout PNG of the background. Then I'm adding a sky, and on the sky, a clipping mask. And then I'm using an image of the trees behind the house. For removing the skies of these images, simply going to select and clicking on sky, adding a layer mask and inverting the mask by using Ctrl and I. And by using a hue and saturation layer, I'm increasing the saturation of the yellow. And after that, I'm adding the trees scattered around the house. And the background is done. Now it's time to work on the midground, which would be the house. First, the PNG of white surfaces and walls of the house goes here. On top of the PNG, I'm going to add a gray color to the walls using a solid color layer and clipping mask, and setting the blending mode. And now I'm giving the walls this texture. I'm making 6 copies of this texture, so the scaling would be right. And I'm merging these layers together. In a realistic visualization, details matter, right? So I'm using a small brush and drawing lines on the edges of the house, so I could give it a sense of dimension, something like ambient occlusion. I'm applying clipping mask again, and then going to filter, Gaussian blur, and the soft light blending mode. Then I'm doing the windows of the house. the textures of the doors. The house is complete. And now foreground and everything in front of the house. And the first is the asphalt of the street. And then for the flooring, I'm using a dirt texture. And then a bumpy grainy texture on top of that. For the grass of the garden, I'm using this picture with linear light blending mode. Okay, at this point I'm done using selections and cutouts. I'm using this image to create bushes at two sides of the house. I'm adding a layer mask to this image, inverted to black, and with a grass-shaped brush on the layer mask, I'm revealing some parts in the shape of a plant bush. And once again, doing the same thing for the other side. And on a new blank layer, using a brush to create shadows of the bush. And again, the same steps for this flower bush. Another detail I want to add is electrical wires. And for the last touches, I'm adding more shadows to the scene. And at the end, the camera raw filter, which is a huge game changer. You can absolutely do magic with this feature, from exposure, boosting textures, manipulating colors, lens filters, and everything. Okay, now here's the result. Although it may not be an ultra photorealistic result, I'm quite happy with the outcome, considering the quality of the original image and me not having experience in doing ultra photorealistic visualizations. I'm quite happy. If you like this video, don't forget to like and give me a feedback. Have a great day.